French Farmhouse Decor 2025 blends countryside serenity with city practicality, helping your home feel calm, warm, and lived in without heavy renovations. In this series, we explore color, texture, layout, and clever DIYs that bring timeless charm into compact urban spaces. If you enjoy beautiful budget ideas, please subscribe, like, and comment to support Dreamy Decor. We focus on tactile materials such as linen, stone, wood, and forged metal that age gracefully and invite touch. Expect layered neutrals, antique finishes, and simple silhouettes that work across studio apartments and larger condos. Each idea is designed to be adaptable, renter-friendly, and easy to refresh season by season without overspending. You will see real room strategies, how to pick a cohesive palette, choose one hero vintage piece, mix patterns gently, and light your rooms for soft, golden ambience. We will also upcycle thrifted finds into charming accents. Join the conversation in the comments with your questions and tips, and remember to subscribe and like for more. The French Farmhouse palette for 2025 focuses on soft, natural colors that soothe the senses and blend effortlessly with urban interiors. Think gentle creams, muted taupes, dusty blues, and sage greens that reflect the countryside sky and earth. These tones create a warm, lived-in feeling that instantly calms and comforts your space. To bring this palette alive, layer your neutrals. Start with creamy white walls, then add accents of aged terracotta or pale stone. Introduce subtle contrasts through textured textiles and rustic wood finishes. The result feels cozy but elevated, inviting relaxation while staying elegant enough for modern city homes. Avoid oversaturation. The French farmhouse charm lies in restraint. Each color should feel sun-washed, as if faded by time. Combine vintage linen curtains, chalky paint finishes, and softly patterned pillows for harmony. This balance of warmth and subtlety creates the timeless countryside charm that defines French rural beauty, even in small apartments. Natural materials are the soul of French farmhouse decor. In 2025, the emphasis is on authenticity: raw woods, hand-cut stone, woven wrought tan, and aged metals that tell a story of time and craftsmanship. Each texture adds warmth and depth, grounding the home with a sense of history and permanence that modern materials can't replicate. When curating your space, prioritize materials that feel imperfect yet soulful. Reclaimed oak tables, linen slipcovers, terracotta tiles, and weathered iron accents instantly evoke the French countryside. Their tactile appeal connects you to nature, creating a home that feels balanced, nurturing, and unpretentious, perfect for today's mindful lifestyle. Even in compact city apartments, natural materials bring fresh energy. A small jute rug, bamboo light fixture, or a stone vase on your windowsill can introduce that rustic touch. These subtle gestures remind us that the charm of French living lies not in grandeur, but in the beauty of simplicity and honesty. In a true French farmhouse interior, furniture tells a story. Each piece carries history while coexisting beautifully with modern comfort. In 2025, the look blends vintage craftsmanship with sleek simplicity. Picture a distressed oak armoire beside a modern linen sofa, or a wrought iron bed softened by organic cotton throws, classic yet contemporary. To achieve this balance, focus on proportion and contrast. Pair time-worn textures with clean silhouettes, letting each piece breathe. Refinish old sideboards in chalky hues, or add modern handles to vintage cabinets. It's this effortless mix of old and new that gives French farmhouse style its enduring grace and easy charm. You don't need expensive antiques to achieve authenticity. Thrift stores, flea markets, and family hand-me-downs can yield treasures with character. Sand them, repaint them, and style them with restraint. The goal isn't perfection, it's creating a home that feels collected over time, where every piece holds a story worth sharing. Textiles bring life, movement, and soul to French farmhouse interiors. In 2025, the approach is tactile layering. Linens, cottons, wools, and lace combined effortlessly to evoke timeless coziness. Each fabric should invite touch and comfort, balancing the elegance of French heritage with the simplicity of rural living. For a layered look, mix soft linen drapes, chunky knitted throws, and embroidered cushions. Neutral tones keep the palette cohesive, while different textures add visual richness. The French philosophy favors comfort without clutter. Choose a few well-loved pieces that tell a story rather than overloading the space with decor. Even in a small apartment, textiles can soften hard lines and city edges. A linen slipcover or jute rug grounds the room, while vintage lace on a side table adds a poetic touch. These textiles transform even modern interiors into serene retreats reminiscent of the calm French countryside. Patterns are a quiet but powerful way to express French farmhouse style. In 2025, timeless motifs like toile, gingham, and subtle florals are making a graceful comeback. These prints lend personality and charm, creating an atmosphere of nostalgia and romance that beautifully complements the understated elegance of rustic interiors. The key is moderation. Mix delicate florals with small-scale checks or stripes for visual rhythm without overwhelming the space. Choose patterns in soft hues, dusty rose, faded blue, or warm beige that feel naturally aged by sunlight. These designs evoke the tranquility of the countryside and the gentle poetry of old-world living. Patterns can appear in simple ways: tall curtain, a gingham cushion, or a hand-painted cabinet panel. Each layer adds subtle storytelling and depth. When harmonized with neutral backdrops, these designs enhance warmth and authenticity, giving even urban homes that lived-in inherited charm of rural France. Lighting defines the mood of a French farmhouse home. In 2025, layered lighting takes center stage, balancing ambient, task, and accent sources to evoke natural warmth and intimacy. Soft, diffused glows mimic candlelight, creating rooms that feel both romantic and functional, perfect for cozy evenings and relaxed gatherings. Combine rustic wall sconces, iron chandeliers, and ceramic table lamps for texture and depth. Avoid harsh overhead lights. Instead, focus on multiple low-level sources that bathe the space in gentle illumination. The interplay of light and shadow enhances the textures of natural materials, highlighting wood grain, linen folds, and aged patina. If your home is in the city, lighting can replicate the golden countryside atmosphere. Use warm-tone bulbs and translucent shades to soften brightness. Place lights at varying heights, sconces near art, candles on mantels, and a small lamp by the window to add rhythm and comfort. Light, in this design, becomes poetry. In every French farmhouse, the kitchen is the heart that nurtures warmth and togetherness. In 2025, this beloved space blends rustic craftsmanship with understated elegance, aged wood cabinets, open shelving, ceramic tiles, and brass fittings that exude timeless charm. It's a place where comfort meets creativity, inspiring slow living and heartfelt connection. The beauty of a French farmhouse kitchen lies in its imperfections. Uneven tiles, patinated surfaces, and visible brushstrokes tell stories of years gone by. Add vintage-inspired lighting, display earthenware, and hang copper pots openly. This balance of utility and romance creates a lived-in authenticity that modern minimalist kitchens often lack. Even a small apartment kitchen can capture this charm. Replace glossy finishes with matte textures, add a rustic wooden cutting board, and display herbs in clay pots. These small, inexpensive touches bring countryside warmth into modern urban living, turning daily cooking into a delightful sensory ritual. A French farmhouse bedroom is designed as a tranquil retreat, a place where serenity meets sophistication. In 2025, this style focuses on calm tones, layered linens, and timeless furniture that invite deep rest. Think wrought iron bed frames, embroidered pillow shams, and warm lighting that creates a cocoon of rustic elegance. To evoke that countryside calm, start with a neutral base of ivory or warm gray, then add tactile comfort through soft throws and ruffled linen bedding. Vintage nightstands, framed botanical prints, and distressed mirrors complete the look. Every detail whispers softness and quiet beauty, ideal for unwinding after city life's noise. Enhance the atmosphere with scents and sound. Add lavender sachets, beeswax candles, and perhaps gentle music to heighten the mood. The French farmhouse bedroom isn't just a visual retreat, it's an emotional one, embracing warmth, romance, and mindful rest in a world that often forgets to slow down. The French farmhouse living room celebrates connection, where family, friends, and moments naturally flow. In 2025, this space blends vintage character with modern livability. Imagine linen sofas, wooden coffee tables, and antique mirrors reflecting soft afternoon light. The goal is comfort without clutter, where elegance feels effortless and every detail encourages slow living. Arrange furniture to promote conversation and openness. Center the layout around a focal point like a fireplace, rustic console, or cozy seating cluster. Mix textures, wool rugs, cotton slipcovers, and aged leather to anchor the space in warmth. The French farmhouse living room thrives on hospitality, inviting everyone to linger and feel at home. For city dwellers, simplicity is key. Keep decor minimal yet meaningful, perhaps one statement armchair or a vintage trunk repurposed as a coffee table. The charm lies in imperfection and comfort. When every piece is chosen with care, your living room becomes a portrait of authentic, relaxed sophistication. Upcycling brings the French farmhouse spirit to life through creativity and sustainability. In 2025, homeowners embrace repurposing old pieces into fresh treasures, transforming vintage trunks into coffee tables or weathered ladders into charming towel racks. Each project adds personal meaning, capturing the rustic soul of France while staying eco-friendly and budget-conscious. Start with what you already have. Repaint tired furniture in chalky neutrals, replace knobs with antique brass, or reupholster chairs using linen remnants. These small updates bring depth and authenticity. The beauty lies in imperfection, the brush marks, subtle scratches, and aged finishes that make every upcycled piece truly one of a kind. DIY upcycling doesn't require professional tools, only imagination and patience. Visit flea markets, thrift stores, or even your attic for hidden gems. Each item tells a story worth preserving. By crafting with love, you honor tradition while creating a home that's both soulful and sustainable, an essential value of the French countryside aesthetic. The French farmhouse look in 2025 isn't just a design trend. It's a lifestyle rooted in authenticity, comfort, and timeless charm. Whether you live in a countryside cottage or a city apartment, the blend of rustic textures and refined simplicity creates a space that nurtures peace and joy. By embracing natural materials, vintage finds, soft colors, and meaningful details, your home becomes more than a visual statement. It becomes a reflection of warmth and individuality. Every imperfection adds beauty, every layer tells a story, and every moment spent within those walls feels effortlessly graceful. Thank you for joining us at Dreamy Decor. If this episode inspired your next home transformation, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below. We love hearing your thoughts and seeing how you bring timeless French farmhouse elegance into your space, where simplicity meets sophistication every day.